This podcast was recorded live in the Purple Room Studio. This show on the road here. We would be warm. Just a blood cap.
Yeah, basically.
Pulsing blood all over your head.
Like, oh man, it's really cold. Oh, my ears are cold. Oh, I got you.
Gross.
Yeah, exactly.
With that being said, I will say hello, everyone.
Imagine doing it to yourself.
Oh, wow. You're going to have a long one for that.
Yeah.
Welcome to the StreamVoid podcast, episode 167.
Yes.
Yes, that is right. I am Mikey T, and of course, across from me is KurbStomped.
Hello.
You can find us everywhere under our respected monitors. Monitors? I mean, we are usually under monitors. I guess mostly in front of monitors.
I'm on a monitor.
You're on monitor?
In front of a monitor.
Hello. That's beautiful.
Monitoring.
Yes. It is April 14th, 2024.
Yep.
Year of our Lord.
Sure. Depending on your Lord, I guess.
Yes. And you, not you across from me, but you listening to this are listening to the StreamVoid podcast.
Yeah.
This is a show about life and video games and everything in between.
That's what we say here.
That is what we say. Tell me about your in-between stuff.
Oh, wait. I was drinking.
You were drinking. You knew it was coming.
I know.
You took a sip anyway.
There's a hole in my sock.
I do it all the time. Not the hole in my sock, though. I hate that.
I know. I hate those too.
As soon as I get a hole in my sock, that sock goes straight in the garbage.
I didn't see it until just now.
Oh.
So I saw my toe sticking through it. But
It's a classic. Didn't cut your toenails enough and wore the same sock too many times.
I cut my toenails enough. Believe me. This one is looking a smidge long today, but we'll not talk about that.
I always get, whenever I get a hole in my sock, it's either in the heel or the ball of mine.
Oh, you got the sandpaper heel?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You need a loofah.
Oh, I got a bathtub.
No, not a loofah.
Actually, it's not very sandpaper.
Pumice stone.
It's not very sandpaper, you know?
Pumice stone, you know?
Yeah.
Or like the cheese grater.
I like the cheese grater.
Yeah.
I had like a handle with a bunch of stony things, and then you just grate it right down. It's like a file. Just file
That's
it down.
the devil's Parmesan cheese.
Yeah.
It's gross, dude. Work.
Yes, work. Tell me about it.
Well, the only thing that happened was I fell on Wednesday. Yeah, I was stupid. I want to get video footage of it because I'm sure it's like the world's slowest fall. Because I was like pulling a handcart of stuff through the door and I was backing in and I had parked a skid normally where nothing ever is. So I just sort of like walked into it. And it was only like a foot tall. So I like fell back onto it. And basically.
Flailing arms, just knees slowly bending.
But I was carting in like all this rice. So there was like 50 kilograms of rice on top of me. Anyways.
Oh, man.
So I hurt my back a little bit. Not too bad.
You got to stop falling. You're turning into an old man over here.
What, because I fall?
Yeah. Like every couple months we get a fall story.
Yeah, but anyone would have fallen.
Well, of course, in that situation.
But any of the times I fell, it was anyone would have fallen.
That's true.
None of them were like...
That's true.
From whatever, you know?
But we do get a lot of fall stories.
Well, I work a physical job, so...
Yes.
It just happens. You know,
I don't have enough. Sat too long. I got back sore in stories.
Yeah, exactly.
Must be the gamer chair.
Must be the gamer
chair.
Exactly. Other than that, I ended up on Thursday when I was in the office. I was just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do for lunch today. Just talking out loud, and my good friend was like, well, I'm going to McDonald's. You want to come for a ride? Get McDonald's? And I was like, okay. Yeah, so we went to McDonald's and picked up some food.
Nice.
Yep.
Did you have a nice conversation on the way?
Yeah, it was fine, whatever.
Yeah.
She's been better a lot recently. I have a feeling like part of the problem was, I don't mean, she's getting of the age where she's like menopausal.
Okay.
Not to blame anything on that, but I think that was part of it. She did say another story about how it made me think like, oh my God, your home life sounds terrible. Like how her husband was doing something to annoy her, so she went into another room and he followed her in there and like continued to do what he was doing. And I was like, wow, that sounds terrible. Yeah, it was like he was watching something on TV that she didn't want to watch, and he refused to change the channel. So she went to bed, and he came in and turned it on the TV in the bedroom or something like that. I just was like, whoa.
It sounds like she did not communicate to him that was not something she wanted to watch.
Or he was just being an asshole, one of the two.
One of the two, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you think you'd figure it out. Like, oh, she seems annoyed right now. Well, I better go turn it on in the other room, too.
Well, he might be so tuned into his show, he doesn't even notice.
Well, then he needs to turn off the TV, I guess.
Probably.
Anyways, other than that, the work week was nothing really. Just the usual.
The usual. Packing stuff around, falling down.
Yeah. I've been doing all the picking, so it's like taking me like the full day to get it done.
Oh, yeah.
Like Friday by closing, I was like, I've completed everything finally for the week.
Where's your direct supervisor?
Direct supervisor? What's that mean?
Right?
Anyways, yeah, that was it. Nothing too crazy.
Nice.
What about yourself?
Yeah, I worked a lot of overtime.
Oh, really?
Yeah, made some money.
Nice.
I went to we went to Kelowna on Monday.
Kelowna.
Looked at a big building.
Oh, really?
A big old building.
You're going to be opening a location over there?
No, for work.
Yeah, I mean,
not fun work, for just regular work.
That's what I meant.
What?
Like you had a place out there before, you closed it down.
Oh, yeah.
And now you're going to open another one?
No. We're looking at a building to put the fiber optics in there.
Okay.
It's a big building.
Okay.
I can't remember what the hell it was called. Freedom Tower? Something like that. I don't know.
Freedom
Unity
Tower?
Tower?
Is this in America?
It's some tower. Like it's like 13 floors.
Freedom Fries?
Freedom Fries?
Yeah.
It's took the regional manager and the other manager for the other side. We went there and had a peek because they have no idea what the work's all about. Okay. So we kind of walked through the entire building. It's going to be a nightmare to do. It's good.
Nice.
And then I had to drive to Vernon to look at another building that same day.
Oh, baby.
Went to KT Bento's, got a kimchi mayo dog.
Oh, yeah.
What a beautiful time.
Sounds gross.
Oh, it's so good. Kimchi on a hot dog?
No.
With
pass.
With little Japanese mayo and some seaweed.
Ew, he keeps getting worse.
What a beautiful time.
Oh, my God. Kimchi was bad enough, and then you drop the seaweed on it.
Every time I'm in Vernon, I go to KT Bento's because it's the best place to go.
Why does Vernon have that?
I don't know.
Why does this town
and it's weird
so bad?
Because there's like the Home Hardware, and it's just this little shack in the Home Hardware parking lot.
Oh.
You just pull up, you can get some Canadian Japanese fusion cuisine.
Oh, very good.
It's it's good. And then I went to Salmon Arm same day.
Good Lord, you were everywhere.
Yeah, and then I drove home.
Who named all these cities?
I don't know. I mean, it is the salmon arm of the shoe swap.
I know. I mean, I get it, but
what are the arms of the shoe swap? There's the salmon arm, the Seymour arm, the Ansty arm.
I think that is one.
Is it?
I think so.
Oh, weird. I'm gonna look it up like now. Arms of the shoe swap. The shoe swap arm, the Seymour arm. Ansty arm.
See, like I don't know anything. Good Lord.
I didn't know the shoe swap arm was an actual arm, but I guess that makes sense.
Now we're gonna give the history of the shoe swap nation, or what?
I don't know. Yeah, we could go into it.
It's an indigenous band here. Do they call it indigenous bands? First Nations bands?
First Nations? I think it all depends on which.
I don't know what we're supposed to say anymore. I'm so lost.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure either. But it's just where you happen to be, like what region of North America you happen to be, is what their preference is.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is true.
So yeah, it all varies. So yeah, lots of overtime, trying to get quotes and stuff in for these jobs. They're like, you got to get them in quick so we can start building. And I'm like, okay, good. And then I'm like, can we start? And they're like, no, you got to wait for us to approve it. Like, well, I got guys, they need things to do on Monday. Mm-hmm. And that's, yeah. So nothing yet. We'll find out on Monday.
So do they get paid?
Well, I mean, they're still going to go to work, but who knows?
Sweeping.
Time to
lean, time to clean.
Yes, definitely.
Nice.
What else did I do this week? We went to the Dewdrop yesterday, impromptu.
Oh, really?
I was waiting for a message from a guy for a building to go and look at for the Game Hub.
Yep.
And we were waiting around. Finally got a message from my business partner. He was like, okay, we're going to do it on Sunday. So we're like, okay, I guess we're going to the Dewdrop. So it was like 3:00. We packed up, started heading out there. I think we got out there at 5.
Mm-hmm. What is the Dewdrop?
The Dewdrop is on the north side of Kamloops Lake.
Okay.
It's an off-road trail, very, very tame off-road trail, though we did bottom out twice, which is pretty crazy. I'm like, okay, we got to get bigger tires. Yeah, it's a 2-hour drive in. There's a beach down there. It's pretty rocky, but it's a pretty nice little spot. Mm-hmm. And it's just like a nice 2-hour off-road cruise out there.
Yep.
So the wife wanted to go out, do some fishing, some rock hounding.
Did she catch anything?
No.
Did you find any rocks?
Found some rocks though.
Okay.
There was a loon out there being weird. It was like it was diving under, eating, doing its thing, but then it was also like using its arms as paddles or its wings as paddles.
Arms.
So it was like paddling it was paddling in the water, just flapping its wings, going like turbo across the lake. I was like, what are you doing?
Maybe it couldn't fly.
We think it was trying to scare the fish to corral them up for easier eating, but we're not entirely sure.
World's smartest bird.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's weird. Yeah. And then we came back. It was nighttime by the time we got back. And it was a good little trip.
Nice.
It's nice and warm out yesterday. It was hot on that beach.
Oh, that's
I was like,
good.
I am going to remove my clothing now. Thank you.
Whoa. Free balling. Hello.
We were surprised. And it's a really popular like off-road spot to go to, but there was only one person out there.
Oh, really?
I was quite surprised. Nice. Yeah, they were all set up on the beach with their rooftop tent camping. And I'm like, didn't you see the sign?
No camping.
No camping.
Bitch.
You're not allowed to camp out here anymore because of what happened last year when those kids were camping out there and they burned the entire thing down.
Kids. Why would you ever have one?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Maybe people like kids. Replacement costs,
Replacement costs?
Yeah, to replace you.
To replace me?
Yeah. You have no one to replace you in the world.
Oh, like your progeny?
Yeah.
Oh, who gives a fuck about that? One less person? That's cool.
Yep. That's our view as well.
Mm. If I wanted a kid, I could get one.
Yep.
I don't have to make one. I can get one off the secondhand market.
That'd probably be better for you, for everyone, actually.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Why make one when you can get one slightly used?
Slightly used.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So the independent grocer, around here, my preferred grocery place.
Okay.
They started to sell Mr. Beast's bar, chocolate bars.
Chocolate bar?
I can't remember what the hell they're called.
Mr. Beast bar?
Mr. Beast bar? What are they called? Feastables. That's what they're called.
Yeah, fecal feastables.
Feastables. And it's his new formula. I guess they new in air quotes. I guess they they got to pass through Canada with the whatever it is.
I don't even think it was a problem about like that. I just think it was like getting it in distribution in Canada.
Oh yeah, probably.
Because it's just a chocolate bar.
Yeah.
Maybe they had to get rid of red dye number 5 or whatever.
It could be. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's there. We bought 3 chocolate bars. We bought the milk chocolate, the peanut butter, and the crispy, which just has like little crispy cocoa-y.
Yeah. Rice Krispies.
Yeah. Really good. Surprisingly good. Really good. Yeah. I was actually surprised. I was like, oh, this is a nice, creamy, chocolatey bar.
Fanboy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Mr. Beast fanboy.
Still really good.
See, I thought you were going to tell me he was canceled.
No.
Oh.
No, just that he makes a good chocolate bar.
He doesn't make jack shit.
Well, his company that makes chocolate bars makes good chocolate bars.
He doesn't have a company that makes chocolate bars.
His ghost chocolate bar distributor makes
Nestle makes a chocolate bar that he slaps a label on, probably.
Oh, God.
Something like that.
It's definitely not Nestle chocolate. Tastes a lot different.
Okay.
Maybe.
It's just like when Pokimane did it and everyone shit on her because she's a woman.
Yeah.
But when Mr. Beast does it, everyone loves it.
Oh, I guess so.
How much were they?
Good question.
Oh, we don't even know. Sure. Wow, look at this guy. He's so rich, he doesn't even look at price tags anymore.
Don't need to look at price tags. If you want something, you just buy it.
Oh my, this guy's rolling in the dough over here. He just buys whatever he likes, just sees it and buys it.
Exactly. That's how you should work your life. You see it, you buy it.
Damn, if I did that, I'd lose the house and home.
When it comes to food, anyway.
When it comes to food, that's the most expensive thing nowadays. You gotta look at all the prices, dude. Come on.
That is true.
Yeah.
Gaming.
I've heard of it.
I barely played anything.
Did you know?
Yeah. Well, all the overtime I worked, I only had time to really play Game Club.
Excuse me.
But I did download the demo for Dungeon Crawler.
Oh my God.
So Dungeon Crawler is it works on the same kind of battle mechanics as Slay the Spire. But instead of a deck of cards, you have a claw machine.
Okay.
And so you just go down and you pick up like swords and shields, and you can upgrade your claw machine with different swords and shields and armors and all kinds of buffs.
Oh, yeah.
And you just go down, grab a bunch of stuff, pull it up, whatever goes in the thing, that's what you either attack or defend. But yeah, very similar to Slay the Spire with how it shows you what the enemies are going to do. And you do your attack first, then the enemies attack, whatever. It's okay. It's not mind-blowing, but I mean, it is just the demo, so I don't know.
Glowing recommendation. Surprise mechanics. A game built around surprise mechanics.
It literally is a game built around surprise mechanics. I mean, you could see everything that's in your claw machine and try to get them out, but whether you're going to pull them out or not, who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
Who knows?
Frustrating.
Yeah, you can load your claw machine up pretty good. So you can have like 3 or 4 pulls out of your claw machine, or you get one claw that does a double. So whatever it uses, it uses it twice.
Double claw all the way.
Double claw all the way.
Nice.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, I guess. It's not mind blowing or anything like that. What about you?
I played the Game Club Death Stranding, of course. And then I played Final Fantasy 14. That was it, really. I played some Elder Scrolls Online, just a little bit. I tried out Final Fantasy 14 because I got it for free on Game Pass.
Yes.
They have a starter kit with a first month free and a nice little pet, I guess. I don't know. And a ring. So
your first YouTube video that did pretty good.
Yeah, I just was like, I'll just record it and put it up because that's what I've been doing basically.
Yep.
Just put it up. And I think it's just people that like Final Fantasy 14 really like Final Fantasy 14, and they like it when someone plays Final Fantasy 14 and they'll watch a video of someone playing Final Fantasy 14. So I did that, and it was lots of views and comments and likes and all that shit. So
yeah, that's good.
I liked it. It was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of just like playing a Final Fantasy game that happens to be an MMO, but you don't have to play like an MMO, which is every MMO now. More or less.
You just do it solo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's a good thing to do like that.
I do like that in this game though, you just change you can be any job, you just change your weapon and it's like, you're this job.
Yeah.
So you don't have to have multiple characters.
That's good.
Unless you want to, I guess. So I haven't unlocked any new jobs though.
Nope.
I'm just a gladiator.
Oh. The gladiator job?
Yep.
Does that mean you are a slave?
No. I just fight things with a sword.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think there's any slavery in the world of Final Fantasy 14. Not that I know of anyways.
Yeah.
No. There's a lot of like, I don't know, the races in the game are stupid. Like there's a little midget people that are like, I don't know what they are. They're like hobbits, but like rotund.
Yeah, yep.
I'm just like, no. And then there's the cat boys and cat girls. I'm also no. So I'm like some sort of human, I guess. I don't know. That's what I did.
What the hell is this? There's races.
Lalafell.
Here?
Yeah, they have weird names too. It reminded me of Phantasy Star Online, where it's like, you're a Humarl.
You're a Midlander.
Yeah.
You're a Highlander.
I think I am a Midlander, maybe.
The Wildwood Ellison.
Yeah.
Duskwright Ellison. Mikote.
Yeah.
Seeker of the Sun. Keeper of the Moon. Lalafell.
Yeah.
There's your little people. The Plains folk. The Dunes folk.
Yeah.
Rogadin.
I don't even know if you can choose all these. They might be just different classes that are in the game.
Helgard.
It's the character creation is very robust and meaningful. I said that like I was DSP.
Oh, you can play as a bunny girl.
Yeah. Those are, what are they called?
Or bunny boy. Rira? Vera.
Oh yeah, Viera.
Vera.
They're Viera.
Vera?
Yeah. Yeah, that's in Final Fantasy 12. Because that takes place in the same world. So Fran was a Viera in Final Fantasy 12. You never played Final Fantasy 12.
No. And cat people.
Yeah, the character creator's good. What was very jarring was like the first NPC in the game is not voiced.
Oh.
It's just text on the screen, and that was very jarring after playing Elder Scrolls Online, where literally every line is voiced. Every character is voiced.
Yeah.
Like even an NPC that has no quests at all involved with them, their lines are voiced, and they have something to say.
Crazy.
Like ESO has so much voice acting, it's ridiculous. Like I was doing the loyalty mission of my little follower, and you have like steps to go through the quest. Like, oh, we have to go talk to this guy to find out information. So you go talk to the guy, he tells you information, and if you happen to talk to your follower again, he'll have new lines about what you learned from this guy. And every step of the quest is like that. It's just crazy. And then you go into Final Fantasy, it's like, oh, no one has a voice. Very weird.
That is weird.
So I said that in the video, but people commented like, oh yeah, this was like when the game first came out, whatever it was, like 10 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Now more, as you go further into the game, there's more voice acting. Mm. But this was early game, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting. They did a good job of like leading me through the quests to get you to do things, but it also took like an hour before I fought my first enemy.
Yeah.
So I could see why people would be like, fuck this game.
Yeah, that's I believe I tried it out.
Yeah.
And I was just in the hub city for hours.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'm done.
That's basically what the first hour of me was, just going in the hub, and like they'd be like, oh, then you go to the Adventurers Guild to go in there, and then go to this guild and talk to them, and it was just like, holy fuck. But finally you get out into the real world, and yeah, it's pretty interesting anyways. So I think I got to the real world or to the outside to do things. I was like, I'm done. I don't have time to play anymore. I have 30 days of game time, so I'll play some more and see how it goes.
Yeah, I think it was just a free weekend that I was playing it on.
Yeah. This is also cross-play and cross-save.
Nice.
So if you want to play it on PC later, same account.
Nice.
So I like that.
Cool. Yeah.
ESO should do that.
Yes.
Because it's not even cross-play between consoles.
Ooh.
Every server is individual per platform. So yeah, and other than that, I don't think I played anything else.
That really splits up the player character group. The amount of people that are playing at any given time.
There's enough people in each server to be okay.
Yeah. Like
whenever I will do like a random dungeon in Elder Scrolls, I'm not waiting very long, even as a DPS.
Oh, well, that's good.
So it's pretty good, but it would be better if it was like you can use your, account on any platform. Though I prefer to play that game with a controller.
Yeah.
I didn't try. Oh, I tried to play Final Fantasy with a controller. It was no bueno. So I just hooked up a mouse and keyboard to my Xbox. But the mouse cursor in-game moves so slow. There's no way to make it go any faster. I need like a more DPI mouse or something like that. It's so slow.
That's weird. That's weird.
Because I jacked it up all the way on the desktop of the Xbox.
Yeah.
So on everywhere else it moves fast, but in the game it's just like
molasses.
Yeah. But it's fast when you're controlling the character. It's just when you're like trying to click around in menus, it's like, oh, it's so slow. So I don't know. Anyways, Final Fantasy. That's about it. I don't think I played anything else.
There you go. So I was browsing. I was just scrolling through Facebook, and a lot of people post these
photos,
and then they're like, oh, stuff was so much better back in the day. We didn't have internet. We just went outside, and went to the bonfire and did all this stuff. And I'm like, great. Kids still do that now.
Do they?
Yeah.
In Fortnite.
Well, no, they actually go outside and they go to bonfires and stuff. It's like, was it really better back then? Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they do. That's a thing that happens. I've been to one.
With kids?
Well, 20.
Okay.
19, 20, young adults.
Youngish people.
Youngish people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, well, I mean, yeah, everyone's got phones, but that means, if Johnny forgot the mixtape or didn't make a new mixtape, you're stuck listening to the same freaking...
The mixtape?
Yeah. If somebody didn't bring a mixtape or, a new CD, you're stuck listening to the same music
CD.
All night long.
CD.
Whereas now, you just throw on the Spotify on the Bluetooth speaker.
Okay, well, where are you going with this?
I'm just saying. It's was it better back then? Was it actually better back then? Because now, you're out in the bush, you're at a bush party, you're having a fire, and you're like, oh, we didn't tell so-and-so to come. Yeah. It's like, well, now you just go, hey, dude, we're up at the bush having a party, you should come up. Back then, it's like, oh, well, he's just not coming.
Yeah.
There's no way to get information to him.
I mean, for that way, yes, I guess it is better, but, I mean, I don't know. I think it was better, personally. I only think of it as a way of just like thinking of like, I don't even know how to explain it. Just like, everything now.
Yeah.
Whereas back in the day, it'd be like,
you'd sit around the campfire and question things.
I mean,
and you'd have to, you couldn't just look it up.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't even mean that though. It'd be like, I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying. But is it better than it was? I mean, everyone always thinks that it's better in the old days.
Yeah,
for sure. That's what the whole friggin' Donald Trump being elected to the president was. Yeah. It was so much better before. Let's make America great again. Oh, when was it greater? When the crime rate in New York City was like way higher? Is that when it was better?
Yeah. Was it better when prohibition was going on? Is that when it was better?
When segregation? Is that when it was better?
Yeah, right. Like, when was it better? Show us the time it was better.
To the magas, yes, that was when it was better.
Before women got the vote, that's when it was better.
Wow, suffragette? We're going back that far? Women's suffrage? Holy, that's a long time ago.
That's a long time ago. I mean, if we're going back,
when we had gas lights, that was when it was better?
That was when it was better?
Okay. I think it's just people... Boomers look at it and be like, oh, look at kids are always in their phone. Oh my God. They don't even talk to each other anymore. Just, oh yeah, I'll send you a snap later. Meh.
Yep. Well, that's also the thing I was thinking about. It's like, if kids are up there now, and, there's other kids there, strangers they don't know, you just grab their snap. You just grab their Facebook, whatever it was, whatever the new social media app the kids are using, you can just grab their details, and then you're in constant communication with them.
Yeah.
You don't just meet someone over a summer and then that's it. They're gone.
Yeah, that's true too. But also think about it now, they can't even have an interaction with a person in real life. Like, they can't even go talk to somebody.
Some people are like that, yeah.
A lot of people.
Not everyone's like that.
A lot of people are like that. A lot of young people are like that. They can't even like ask a question in a store.
Yeah, lots of people like that too.
Yeah. So, anyways.
But I think
that's also on the parents though too.
Yeah. And I think we're a bit we don't, I guess, because you got retail, you're often in a store, so you would see it more. But we also come from the online world where we're just constantly, we see things online and we interact with people who are mostly online. But there are still kids out there that still go outside and do all the crazy stuff that we used to do outside.
Yeah.
That section of kids is still there. They're still there. That's not going to change.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to even say what it was like back in the day either, because there's no proof of it.
No.
Like, now there's proof of everything. Like, I went to the bonfire. Okay, you took a picture of you at the bonfire, but how long were you there for? Long enough to take a picture and leave? Like, and it's like, I got to get a picture of me at the bonfire, otherwise it didn't happen.
Yep.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, and you can definitely do that now.
Yeah,
take a picture and leave. You could just AI it for sure.
Exactly. Staged bonfire picture.
Yep. You could do it.
I preferred I do prefer pre-internet days.
Yeah.
Or less internet days. Maybe less early internet dial-up days. I think those were the halcyon days. It was just like exciting and new. Now it's old and busted.
I mean, the internet is,
is the world not better and much worse because of the internet?
I think, yeah. I think every generation the world gets better, slightly better, and the world gets slightly worse. Every new thing that comes out, there's always a way to
Well, if there's no internet, there's no President Trump. So
that's true.
There you go.
That's true.
That's all you need to say.
Yeah, the internet is single-handedly the best thing that's ever been invented and the worst thing that's ever been invented. Exactly. Not like sliced bread. Sliced bread was just the best thing that's ever been invented.
When are they going to get it so there's not the top part of the bread, like the crust? Like, how have we not figured that out yet?
It's called an Uncrustable.
Yeah, but I mean, I want to make my own, you know?
Your own Uncrustable? There's a machine for that.
I've never tried to toast an Uncrustable.
No?
Well, I've never had an Uncrustable, so.
I've had Uncrustables. They're good. But yeah, can you toast an Uncrustable? Is that something?
Would it like crack open and leak into the toaster?
That's a good question.
Okay, I might have to try it Uncrustable. I've never had one. They're frozen, right?
Yeah, they're frozen.
Oh, yeah, see. Never had one.
So from the Uncrustables website, the question is, can I toast Uncrustable sandwiches? And the answer, surprisingly, is we do not recommend preparing Uncrustable sandwiches in the toaster or air fryer.
I knew it.
They do. Do they recommend microwaving an Uncrustable?
No, it'll explode for sure. For sure, they don't recommend
explode like an egg.
Yeah, for sure they don't recommend that either. I've never had one, so
yeah, they're not that bad.
I don't know.
They're not that bad.
I just...
Yeah, we do not recommend preparing Uncrustable sandwiches in the microwave.
Yeah, I didn't think so. What I want to find is frozen ramen.
Frozen fresh ramen?
Or just, it doesn't have to be fresh either, just frozen.
Like frozen as a cohesive unit?
Yeah, like it's already been cooked and there's also stuff in it as well. Okay. And I just melt it and put it in the microwave.
So there... At Chen Kwan's, the Asian's food superstore, market near us, there was, you could get a packet of fresh frozen noodles with a sauce packet in there. So you would just throw it in the water and it would be like that.
That's not what I want.
No, you just want a fully with water frozen block of
that's what
ramen.
I want.
Yeah.
I have not seen it. I know it exists because I see it on TikTok all the time where guys like reviewing all the frozen ramen he can find. And I'm like, where do you find that? I want that.
That's weird. I've never seen that.
Yeah, I want it. They're like vacuum sealed and you just put it in a bowl and melt it down.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyways.
Interesting. I've never seen that.
Food talk.
It's good talk.
Yep. Oh God. Anyways, that's the story and I'm sticking to it.
Hell yeah.
I don't know what we're doing.
I don't know. we kind of got sidetracked there.
Yeah. About the halcyon days.
The halcyon days of frozen ramen.
Yep.
So, not too many days ago, a new show came out.
Okay.
On Prime Video.
Oh, I hate Prime.
It's called Fallout.
Fallout? Oh, yeah.
From Bethesda Studios. Taking inspiration from the world of Fallout.
Yep.
And it's produced by
Todd
Howard.
He's one of the producers.
Yeah. He's the only one I saw his name.
Well, I specifically
I wasn't really looking.
I was looking specifically. I was like, Todd Howard's name has to be to be a producer, right? And then he was.
You've watched 3 episodes. I've watched
something like
4.
Something like that.
It's
good.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I like it.
I think they've done a fantastic job of making the world very, very true to Fallout.
Yes.
With the wackiness. Yes. The aesthetics are just about perfect. Yes. I can't find any flaw in like the set design, the aesthetics, anything like that. It just looks Fallout.
I mean, everything is pretty good, except there's a lot of like the Squire stuff with the knights is not really anything you see in the games.
I didn't think so, but I haven't played like 76 or anything newer than Vegas. So
76 is, there wasn't even NPCs in 76 until recently, so I wouldn't really go for that for story mode or anything like that. But I think the way it's like the vault dwellers are written, like they just don't know what the fuck's going on. Yeah, and they're like all like, well, exactly. Okie dokie. I thought that was really good.
Yeah.
The backstory of how the people became who they are, like showing the ghoul. Yeah. And how he was like an actor and, he's been alive for 200 and something years as a ghoul. It's pretty good. the last one you played was New Vegas. So you never played Fallout 4. I mean, you've only missed like one game, really.
Yeah. And I didn't finish New Vegas either.
Oh, yeah. I just was, as I'm watching like every episode, I'm like, oh yeah, this song is in the game.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The
Every
soundtrack
song,
is definitely.
But most of the songs are like public domain.
Yeah.
Or like
they're very old.
Whatever now. So.
But still.
But like, as I like when I played Fallout, I was like, well, they recorded these songs that sound like old to fit into the game. Cause like, as I'm listening to it, there's this like Fallout crawl out through the Fallout, baby.
Oh yeah,
watch that bomb. And I'm like, wow, they recorded this song. And then it's like, what? That was a real song.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, those are real songs.
Wow.
Yeah, they were like recorded in like the 40s and 50s.
Wow. That whole, the ending songs.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah.
They sounded like they were just recorded.
I know. Yeah, so they were like actual, or like Uranium Fever. That's like a real song from the 40s.
That's wild.
Yeah, so.
That's wild.
Anyways.
Yeah, lots of watching this and listening to the music, lots of nostalgia. Because I had such a good time playing Fallout 3, and there's a lot of the good classics from songs from Fallout 3 that happened in the show. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so good. I'm just singing along.
When the other thing too is like, they'll play like sort of the soundtrack of like, you know, music that is like fits the tone of the scene or whatever. That's not like recorded song, but like a soundtrack, which reminded me like there's a soundtrack in New Vegas and Fallout that I've never heard.
Yeah.
Well, I always have the radio on, so it never plays like it never plays the soundtrack music because I'll be like doing like a soundtrack section of the game.
Yeah.
And it'll just be like playing like Fallout through the crawler, baby.
Yeah.
Where it should have been having like their like the, well, you never beat the game, but like the assault on Hoover Dam in New Vegas has a whole soundtrack. But I just hear like the radio guy talking about the radio songs, right? So
that's what I just kept it on because the music in the music selection is so good.
I know
that you just leave it on the radio.
There's little nods that you'll see like in the last episode I watched, it was the third episode. I was like, I haven't seen a Brahmin yet. And then like 3 seconds later, there's like 2-headed Brahmin walking by. I'm like, oh, there we go. But I'll be like, oh, there's a rad roach. They're killing a rad roach. And then it was like, oh, it's attacking them from the water. Is it a mirelurk? Oh, no, it's a gulper. So pretty good. And then it was like, there was one thing. Oh, when they fought the bear, when
Knight Titus
dies, who I think was Michael Rappaport. I don't know if you're familiar with Michael Rappaport. He's an actor.
He did look familiar.
Yeah, I think it was Michael Rappaport. He did the voice of like one of the guys in GTA 3, but he's an actor, like been in lots of stuff. But I was like, oh, they're fighting a Yao Guai right now. But they just call it a bear in the show.
Yeah.
But
I couldn't remember the names of anything because it's been forever since I've played any of the Fallouts.
Yeah, but even when they're like shooting at the ghoul, I'm like, oh, that guy's trying to kill the ghoul with a pipe rifle. Like, come on, buddy. That's not going to work. Oh, and then they had the rocket launcher, which shot like the baby's arms into the guy.
Oh, yeah. I remember that weapon.
Yeah. So it was a lot of cool things like that going on. So I'm liking it a lot. And I think the acting is good. And I think it's a little bit like Fallout 3-ish, where it's like you have to go find your dad, because that's basically what happens in Fallout 3 is Liam Neeson is like, I gotta go. And he like leaves the vault. Yeah. Which you can actually find him running to where he's going. So if you leave the vault and go the right way, he'll be just like running through the wasteland. Yeah, I like it a lot. It's definitely got the tone of Fallout and everything.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's a lot. I don't know. I was kind of a bit like, oh, it might not be good because like they're like, put all 8 episodes out one day, you know? Rather than spreading it out. But no, it's really good so far.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
it's very, very Fallout, which is nice. I like, scanning the scenes, looking for the bobbleheads.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I wonder if there's a bobblehead here.
Yeah. The other thing I've seen is like a lot of the food they're eating. Like the guy opened a can of cram and smelt it, and then she was eating yum deviled eggs or whatever, and then he called her his little frosted coated sugar bomb or whatever, So it's like all these little things that are in the game.
Yeah.
So far, no cannibals yet. So
I'm sure.
Oh yeah, there's always cannibals.
There's always cannibals. There's always cannibals. There's always raiders. There's always. I'm curious as to when we're going to see a super mutant.
Well, we saw a hand of a super mutant.
I thought so.
Yeah, when he steals the dog from the base that he raised, and he's leaving. No, when he's stealing the dog at the first part, there's like a stretcher goes by, and you can just see like this bloated hand, and I was like, oh, that's a super mutant right there for sure. Yeah, I'm sure we'll see all that shit. It'll be pretty good. I'm excited to see what the rest of it is.
Yeah, me too.
I like Walter Goggins as the ghoul. I like the girl as the girl.
Yep.
I don't remember her name.
I can't remember either.
Maximus is interesting.
Yes.
He seems to be a pretty good actor.
Yeah.
And then, his little squire guy now that he has that was beating him up and everything.
Yeah.
I was like, I recognize this guy. Like, why do I recognize this guy? And then I was like, oh, he was the son on Son of Zorn. I don't know if you ever watched Son of Zorn.
I haven't watched Son of Zorn, no.
It's pretty funny. You should watch it. But he was Zorn's son. So Zorn is like the He-Man cartoon character. And he had a human child with a human woman. And that's him. He's Son of Zorn. Except he's like regular man from the waist up, and he has like animated legs.
Wow.
Yeah, it's an interesting show. It only had one season, but it was pretty funny.
Yeah, I actually can't wait for Corridor Crew to come in and start looking at some of the CGI in this.
Oh yeah,
because the way I'm curious as to how they're doing the ghoul's nose. Like if he's just wearing like a green screen nose.
I think he's got makeup everywhere except on the green screen nose. And then they're just, because sometimes when he turns and stuff, it'll look a little weird to me. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure that's what they did anyways. But I've always liked Walter Goggins ever since the first time I saw him, which was in the House of a Thousand Corpses. Yeah. Rob Zombie movie. He played a cop in that. He just has such an interesting like look. His teeth are really big and like he just looks interesting. So. Yeah. And then her dad played by what's his name from Twin Peaks. That was good. Mm-hmm. I can't remember his name for some reason. Agent Dale Cooper. Kyle. Oh God, I can't think of his name. Yeah, there's a lot of scenes in the show where I'm like, okay, they did that. Oh yeah, that happened. Holy crap! The head got blown away, or he crushes the guy's head. Yeah, super violent for sure. Yeah, I like that. I don't know I don't think I've ever seen the pistol that the ghoul is using with like the rocket bullets. Yeah, I don't know what that's called. That's a fun little pistol. There's a lot of weirdo weapons in the world of Fallout. So, oh well, we know that the ghoul has become the hero with the heart of gold. It always happens. Well, they've played it up already. He's going to eventually look at what's her name as his like daughter, surrogate daughter. Like, come on, obviously. Yeah. So, but I like it. You'll see they all have their 50s hairdos and they're, just like looks like the game. Especially in the vault when they're like have their nicely curled hair and everything like that. So pretty rad. Doing unto others. I was hoping that they would say something about like some references to the even older Fallout games. Like he's like, the water chip's broken. They're like, oh, we'll talk about it later. And I was like, oh, it would have been better if they said it was like, we needed the Garden of Eden creation kit. Because that's what they used to call it way back in Fallout 2. Oh. That was the Vault Dweller's job was to leave and find a new Gek. Oh yeah. The Garden of Eden creation kit. So, but I don't think they've ever used Gek since Fallout 2. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah. I don't recall anyway. I'm liking it. But it also is like make me think like, when's Fallout 5 going to come out? But also like, after Starfield, do I want Fallout 5? I don't know. They need to switch something up with what they're doing. Yes, definitely. Starfield did not hit the right note. I think also, well, we're getting a little off track. I'll just say one thing. Why is there no aliens? Like, seriously. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, in Starfield? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I didn't get very far in Starfield. I didn't, but I know there is none. Sauce. So it's like, we're going on outer space and it's all humans. Like, what the fuck's the point? Yeah. Yeah. They needed to channel their inner Mass Effect on that one. Yeah, for sure. And that would have been a lot better. Yeah. Made the universe feel a little bit more sci-fi accurate, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, Fallout, you should watch it. I don't know if the Wiener Boys like it or dislike it, but I like it. So yeah, I haven't looked up anything on it because I don't really want to yet because they're all 8 episodes are out and I don't want to get spoiled on anything. It is on Prime. So the first episode had no commercial at the start. Yeah. And it said like brought to you like commercial free from whatever. And then the second one started and it played one commercial and I immediately was pissed off. Oh yeah. I was just like, this is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
And I was like, it was advertising me some mobile fizz.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I was like, I'm never fucking going to deal with these clowns ever. It made me upset.
Yeah. Every time I see a commercial on a streaming platform that I pay for, I get upset.
Like, I mean, I know the way they look at it, like, you're not paying for Prime, you're paying for Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
And we just threw Prime Video in for you.
Yeah.
But it's also like, fuck you.
So it's $2.80 a month to get rid of those ads on Prime Video. But I don't watch Prime Video enough to want to do that.
Me either.
It's only $2, but still.
Yeah.
It's $2.
Maybe I'll sign up for 1 month and then cancel the bonus just so I could not see a commercial when I'm watching this.
Yeah.
Fuck, it really pissed me off, dude.
I know, and it's the same commercial every time.
It was just, I didn't think I'd be so, I was just like, commercial, who cares? And then it started playing. I'm like, oh my fucking God. This is atrocious.
This show is brought to you ad-free from this ad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, it's not really ad-free then.
Exactly. Anyways, Fallout.
Yes. You know what else is actually ad-free?
I think you're doing an ad right now.
Oh, maybe. Patreon.com/StreamVoid pod.
Yeah.
If you want to listen to this podcast ad-free, then you'll have to go there, sign up for the Patreon for as little as $1 a month.
Isn't it ad-free everywhere?
No.
Oh, it's not?
No, our thing puts in ads.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have we made any money?
No.
Oh.
We get tens of listens.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
That is the only way to support this podcast with your hard-earned dollar dues. Like I said, we get no money from the ad revenue that we generate on this podcast. But you get, when you give us $1 a month, you get access to pre-show content, the post-show content. You get access to this podcast early on Sunday, which is the day we are recording this lovely podcast in the Purple Room studio.
Yeah.
And you get access to our bonus videos. We have a couple.
Yeah.
And hopefully we will make more.
Yep.
Because there are videos we want to make.
Yeah, natural harvest
taste test, yes.
Yeah, cooking with semen.
We'll use a third-party semen generator for that.
I guess so. I never thought of this supply.
Yeah, we'd have to get a supply. Third-party anonymous.
Can we just use animal semen?
Probably.
Okay.
We could probably do that.
Some bull semen.
A little red rocket.
No, I'm not. It'd be dog semen. Definitely not.
Anyway, patreon.com/StreamVoid pod. The only way to get in there and throw money at the screen to have it end up in our pockets.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's talk about some news.
Okay.
Game studio shuts down before shipping a game and then blames internal leaks.
Yes. So this was a guy, Jeff Strain. He was one of the guys who worked on State of Decay's new game studio.
Mm-hmm.
It was called Possibility Space. And they were working on a game. Who knows what the game was about? But he was contacted apparently by a reporter asking him questions about other things, but also about the game they're working on. They had information about like who was publishing it, sort of like what it was about, et cetera, like stuff that no one should know from NDAs and stuff.
Yeah.
And they said it was from talking to various employees of the studio. And it wasn't like leaks. It was like people that were working there.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that he went to talk to the publishers. They had low, what would you say? They thought that because of the leaks, they had not very much confidence in them.
Oh.
And he decided that they weren't going to publish it anymore. And they were going to cancel the game. And I'm just shutting down the studio.
Well, okay.
Like all three things. So it's kind of like, the way I read it is like, is this just an excuse that he's going to use to shut down the studio without doing anything? Because it just seems weird. Like you would think like, oh, we want to, the publisher doesn't want to deal with this anymore. And we have internal leaks. Okay, we'll find a new publisher and let's clamp down on leakage or whatever. But rather than that, it's just like, just shut it all down.
Yeah.
Like we're done here. Seems weird. Even like the person that was quoted or that contacted them about the story tweeted about it, like saying like, this is a very bizarre company shutdown after this inquiry about the game and the studio and everything like that. Mm-hmm. At the end of his little shutdown thing, he says he's going to focus on his family and take care of his wife or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's the real deal here?
Yeah, it's weird.
Could have been interesting. I don't know what the game was about. He worked on State of Decay, which is, I didn't really State of Decay 1 was kind of like meh to me, but I enjoyed State of Decay 2. So I don't know if he was on State of Decay 2 or whatever, but it's definitely very weird.
Yeah, for sure. And he says like, hey, US based employees, this is your final day. And you're gone. And it's like, oh, if you work outside of the US, this is your notice period.
Yeah.
The studio will be shutting down April 19th. You don't have anything to do. You're just going to get paid for those.
Yeah, exactly. And then the other thing too is like, if you have any hardware, you can keep it. Just you have to delete anything related to the company off of it. So if you have like, whatever, you get to keep it.
Yeah.
Very weird.
Is it cheaper to just have them keep it, especially if they're not outside the US, and have them ship it in and have to deal with it there?
I mean, I guess it depends. Like, how much would it cost to ship a laptop?
Yeah.
$100?
Probably.
But if it's a gaming company's work laptop, you would think that getting that back and selling that would be worth enough to pay the shipping.
Yeah.
So
who knows? I guess maybe didn't want to have to deal with all that hardware coming in and then having like get rid of it. It's just like, oh, I already got rid of it because the employees are just keeping it.
Yeah, I guess so. Anyways, it's just very weird.
Yeah, it is pretty weird.
We'll see. I mean, he says he's stepping away from the game industry to focus on my family, but he doesn't say like retire. So
yeah.
Maybe he'll come back later. Obviously, who knows? Company probably didn't have enough money or whatever, but like they've made nothing, shipped nothing. Where was the money from?
Yeah.
Like, how are they paying everybody?
We don't even know what the game was. Therefore, there was no beta or like early access or anything like that to generate any funds.
Yeah. I mean, he was known in the industry, so he probably had some investors or whatever.
Yeah.
But,
so they started back in 2021. The website's already gone.
Yeah. It's very weird, and they just called it Project Vonnegut. So is that like the name Kurt Vonnegut? Like, would it be some sort of weird sci-fi, time hopping, psychedelic game?
Yeah.
Like, usually the project names have some sort of meaning on what they're dealing with, but
yeah, there's like 100 words on Wikipedia about who they were.
Yeah,
that's it.
It's very weird. Yeah, maybe. I mean, they say they have NDAs and stuff, but down the road, maybe we'll hear about what they actually were working on or dealing with. But yeah, very weird little story for sure.
Yeah, nothing happening, I guess.
I don't know. It just seemed to me when I read it like, there must be something else going here.
Gotta be.
There's so many stories where you're like, this just seems like a convenient way to.
Yeah, because nobody closes over somebody leaking some information about what they're doing.
If you lose a publisher, like, okay, we've lost our publisher, let's find a new one, and they try to find a publisher for whatever. We can't find a publisher in 6 months. Okay, well then it's done or whatever.
Yeah.
This one is like, no, shut the game down, shut the company down. That's it. We're done.
Yeah. Do you think being an industry veteran, someone would pick you up as a publisher?
Yeah.
Or you publish it yourselves?
But even the thing where he says like, oh, we went to the publisher and they had no confidence because of the leaks. It's like, really?
Yeah.
Things get leaked all the time.
Yeah.
Like, look at like Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed gets leaked every time. And that's like a multi-billion-dollar company.
Yeah, that's weird. Like, why would the publisher, pull because of confidence over the game? Like, it's not even out. It's not even in beta.
Yeah,
they're still writing code.
I think it didn't even say the name of the publisher that they had lined up in the thing, so it's not like you can, contact them and be like, "Hey, did you drop these guys or what?"
Yeah.
So
weird.
It is very weird. Sucks. Could have been interesting.
Next up, looks like Overwatch 2 and other Blizzard games are coming back to China.
Yeah, so we knew about this a long time ago. We talked about it, I think, where NetEase and Blizzard were like, no, fuck it. We're done in China.
Yep.
We're not going to renew with you. And they just pulled out of China, which was weird because that's a huge market.
Huge.
Excuse me. Even though Blizzard had to change their games for China. Like, there couldn't be skeletons in China or something like that. There's weird laws about the way the game had to be changed.
Yeah.
They can't show a skeleton and other... anyways, lots of different things. Also now, it's even changed more, I think, since then, where they'll have to have like timers built into it to prevent kids from playing on the weekend or something like that.
Yeah.
Like there's all sorts of weird stuff. But they've sort of worked the thing out with NetEase, and they're going to come back to China, which is good because that's a huge market. But the thing that stood out to me was there's a note in here somewhere where they said that the actual reason was that sort of it fell through was here. I'll read this quote from here. Negotiations reportedly fell through due to messy communications between the two. This is when they were trying to continue working back.
Yeah.
When at one point NetEase made a conciliatory gesture to sway Chinese regulators on Microsoft's then pending acquisition of Activision Blizzard. Activision Blizzard's reps mistook the offer as a threat, and at that point talks stalled and eventually fell apart.
Huh.
So that was when Microsoft was trying to get this whole thing closed up with Activision Blizzard.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is what's being reported is what happened is it was a miscommunication where it was like, we're threatening you. Oh, fuck you. We're going to leave.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, that's not what we were trying to do here. Is that true?
Who knows?
Who knows? That could be just some malarkey or...
It's just hearsay at this point.
Exactly. This was a report back... Oh, this report was actually a while ago. From 2023, March 2023, over a year ago.
Wow.
But I must have totally missed because I remember the whole thing being like so weird that they were like just going to drop right out of China because that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're going to be back. I think they have their own servers in China. I wonder if they're just going to like flip the switch and you have your account back, or
probably.
You think so?
It hasn't been that long. I don't know if they would have, wiped the servers.
Well, it's been over 2 years, I think.
Has it?
Yeah, they were talking about this thing in 2023, a year ago, about how the negotiations were fucked up.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Time flies.
Yeah. So, but I know that there was a lot of rare items that were only available in China that people were trying to get into their North American accounts, like pets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it says that Diablo 4 never launched in China.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, wow, it has been a while.
Yeah. So
crazy.
There must be some law in China where they have to have these games be like licensed by a Chinese company.
Probably.
Like,
otherwise, why would they be
why
doing
would Blizzard
that?
just do it, right? So there has to be a law about that.
I would imagine so.
Yeah. That's a nice little thing for Microsoft and the gamers of China to get back in the
yeah. Welcome back. Here's Diablo 4. Everyone's going to be great. Be happy.
You think so?
Probably.
They're not just busy playing
Diablo Immortal?
Path of Exile? Oh, yeah, they could play Diablo Immortal. That did launch in China.
Yeah.
Some other separate mobile thing or something like that. Mm-hmm. So. I'm not going to jump into WoW.
WoW?
No.
What about Diablo 4?
I could already play it if I wanted.
I know.
It's on Game Pass.
Yes.
I don't think so.
No?
That was also part of the reason why I tried Final Fantasy XIV. I looked up the achievements to see what would be the first achievement I would unlock.
Yeah.
And it's to get to level 50. So I was like, I don't have to worry.
To level 50?
Yeah.
That's the first achievement?
Or complete like various quest lines.
Yeah,
Like that's the most unlocked achievement.
Oh, wow.
Is getting to level 50 on your character.
Unreal.
So I was like, I can play this game for a while and not get an achievement. Sure. I'll try it out. No problem. Whereas Diablo 4 was like, kill like 50 ghouls or something like that. And I'm like, that'll be like the first level.
Yeah, pretty much.
So anyways, World of Warcraft.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is, it's everything. Everything Blizzard.
Exactly.
Last up in our news section, Destiny 2.
Yep.
Is getting a new subclass in the latest expansion called the Final Shape.
Yeah.
And that subclass is called Prismatic.
Yeah, I know.
So it's a multicolored subclass.
Well, supposedly it's like kind of combining the other subclasses into one other subclass, where it takes sort of like parts of every class and makes a new class. I don't know why I put this on here really, because I don't give a fuck about Destiny.
No, I don't.
I
used to.
Yeah.
Don't anymore.
I think part of the thing was that it seems like the Destiny community is really into this expansion.
Yes.
Like all the comments I read were like very positive and they're very hyped about it. And like, okay, I guess I'll play Destiny again. You've sold me on it. And the trailer, they're all like, the trailer made me go like, yes, I didn't know I wanted this and stuff like that. And I watched the trailer and I was like, this looks like every Destiny trailer I've ever watched.
Yeah, if they don't do a live action Destiny trailer, yeah.
I mean, anyways, this just looked like an Apex Legends trailer. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yes, I 100% do
like,
know what you mean
like,
by that.
This is not how the game is actually played.
Yeah.
Like, you would never run directly at another player and try to fight them.
In Apex?
Well, you remember in Apex, it'll show like, I'm Rampart, and it hits the jump pad and like shoots a guy flying through the air and uses my super over here and kills this guy over here.
Yep.
Does a roll and lands and shoots another guy and all that shit. It's like, you'd be killed in the air. You'd be dead.
Maybe.
Anyways, that's what
happen.
No. Come on, you seriously. You've seen these Apex trailers where it doesn't look realistic at all.
Oh yeah. Oh,
it's like, where's the third?
I know what you're talking about.
Where's the third party?
Oh, third party's coming.
Yeah,
third party's coming for sure.
But yeah, this is what this Destiny trailer looked like. It was like everything was choreographed to be like, oh, look at that cool ability they used and killed all those bad guys at once. But that was the other thing too. Was like, oh, they're the same exact bad guys again that we're killing.
Yeah, they haven't.
They did add a new enemy type in this thing.
Oh,
called
prismatic enemies.
No. They have some other name, but it was just like, who cares, really? And then they show the end, and it's like, pre-order now, and you get a free new ship, and you get an emblem, and you get this, unlock this gun immediately. And the whole time I was like, what are they deleting from the game?
Yeah, they got to delete something to add this in.
Like, I'm never going to give Bungie another penny until they reinstate things I've paid for from the game.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just so painful. Though I was like, oh, I wonder what they're doing with Zavala now. But I think they already have a new voice actor for Zavala.
Yeah, I think they do.
Yeah.
I don't know who it is, but
it was, what's his name, that does the voices in all the games. Like Mass Effect, he was Hughes Anderson, like the human rep on the council or whatever. He was like, I can't remember his name. I think it's him anyways.
There's dragons?
Dragons?
I'm watching the trailer right now, and there's like a flying dragon.
Well, I think that's the new enemy.
Yeah.
It's like something.
Some Weirvin thing.
And they're adding new grenades to each class. New grenade type. Oh my god. It's crazy.
They showed a brief snippet of Zavala. I was like, Zavala.
Yeah. Yeah, the new enemies are called the Scorn. No, wait, not the Scorn. They're called the Dread. And the flying enemies were called Grim and the Husk.
This trailer does not make me want to play.
It just looked like Destiny.
It just looks like Destiny.
And why is every player glowing in the trailer? Like, everything is just a glow.
Because that's the class.
I guess so.
Depending on what you're glowing, that's what you're using for your class.
Yeah. Anyways, everyone in the comments that play Destiny are looking forward to it, and they're saying like, yeah, Bungie's really cooking with this one. Well, I'll let them cook. So apparently they're going to be back in there.
Yeah. Keep letting them cook. Their previous meals just go straight in the trash. So
yeah, it's something for sure.
Yeah, that trailer doesn't make me want to do anything. Like,
nah,
that doesn't.
It just looked like more Destiny.
The live action trailers from like Destiny 1, I was like, man, these are great. But yeah, these ones not. It just looks like Destiny. Doesn't look like they've beefed it. I mean,
they did beef it.
Yeah, beef it. New areas, new class. New class is cool. I'm into that because it's been the same 3 classes for forever.
Yeah,
but yeah.
But even, I mean, they had different. What did they do in the last one? You can be a light or dark.
Oh yeah,
dude. So
dark
it's
dude.
kind of like each one has another
whole section of subclasses.
Anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just another thing where it's like, I got my new gun. It lasts for an expansion. I got to get another new gun on the next expansion. I don't know. I don't know what monetization system they could go with for this game that would make sense.
Yeah. I mean, they could just do all cosmetics.
Well, they do, but they're so expensive. That's the thing.
Yes.
They're like,
but you still have to buy the
ridiculous.
expansion too.
The most recent one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like Elder Scrolls Online a bit.
Yeah. You get everything else beforehand when you start playing, and then the newest one you got to pay for.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of like WoW, except you don't have to pay. You have to pay a subscription.
Yeah.
But it's like also the cosmetics are stupidly expensive in this game.
Yes.
So like make them cheaper so you sell more. But I think they must have internal metrics that say like, well, we earn the same, if not more, if they're more expensive from a smaller percentage of players.
Yeah.
Otherwise they would do it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. Path of Exile does it correctly, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
They sell bag space, I guess.
Bags and bank space, yep.
But they do cosmetics as well.
Yeah. Here and there. I don't think I've ever really seen.
Yeah, they do.
Since they put in the cosmetics.
Oh, yeah. They sell them and I got them.
Oh, yeah.
You get them for doing things in the season too.
Yeah.
If you reach certain milestones, you just get them. So I have a few. Nothing major.
Yeah.
Not to toot my own horn.
Nothing too major. I don't know. We had some fun playing Destiny 2.
Yeah.
But, back when it was, and then it was just the same thing.
Then they removed my content that I bought.
Yeah, they removed your content.
Which was like, what the fuck? It's not even that old.
No.
And why do other games keep it all in? Like, why can Warframe have a bazillion expansions they've done? They're all like version 14 or something like that. Everything's in the game. You can play it on the Switch with everything in it.
Yep.
Why can't Destiny figure it out?
I don't know.
Like, same thing with World of Warcraft. Like, all these games, they don't ever delete anything, but Destiny's, it's just too big.
It's too big.
We got to delete it. Okay, I installed Call of Duty Modern or like Black Ops. It's 200 gigs. Like, what the fuck? What is your game doing?
Yeah, right. I was sitting on the couch the other day and I was like, man, I should just put on Destiny 1.
No.
Just to fly around a little bit.
No.
Just to shoot a few things.
You didn't do that, did you?
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't.
That would mean I'd have to turn the PlayStation on, and I don't know if it...
yeah, I guess so.
I'd have to find
like
controllers
a hurricane
and plug them
style
in.
Wind blowing in your sound like a wind tunnel in your room.
Yeah.
Or your living room.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that.
No, I don't.
Anyways, Destiny.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Game Club.
Oh.
Each week,
oh my God,
we play a video game. We play a chapter or a segment or a timed interval of that video game, and then we talk about it. And this is a Game Club. It's like a book club, except for games, and you are welcome to play along with us at home. You can join the Discord down below, or you can jump in with us live at twitch.tv/StreamVoid pod, and we're also on YouTube and Facebook at the same time.
Yep.
And share your experiences with the amount that we have played. Yep. I usually make a post in the Discord to tell you how much you should play.
Yeah.
Because that's how much I managed to get through at the time.
Yeah.
Because I'm a very busy man.
So
and you can play along with us. And of course, we are currently running through Death Stranding, the OG Death Stranding. Well, I'm on OG. You're on Director's Cut. But still, the first Death Stranding game. And we have just wrapped up to chapter 53. Or Delivery 53, chapter 6.
Yes. As I was playing this, I was thinking of like, Death Stranding 2, we must be just on the beach. Do you remember the trailer for Death Stranding? And it looked like we're on the moon.
Yep.
I was like, we're probably just in the beach.
Yeah.
Anyways.
On the beach.
This chapter starts out with Hartman like, I need to take your BB to fix it.
Yep.
It's busted. So you're not going to have a BB this chapter.
Busted BB.
Enjoy your time out there not being able to see any BTs. Bye. And it's like, it's just, again, Kojima's like clunky writing, like, distance between you and the BT or a BB will help with its recalibration. So you're going to have to do 3 missions and then we'll give them back to you or whatever.
Yeah. Go do some missions without them. Wander all around these snowy peaks.
Yeah. So, I mean, I did whatever, my missions. I went up to the Hartman's base where you can go and dip in the thing.
I was mistaken.
It's not permanent.
It's not permanent.
I know. I got it and I'm like, oh, cool. And then later I'm like, it's gone. Why did I go up there?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I logged in and I was like, oh, it's not permanent.
Yeah, it gave us like extra stamina for a bit.
Yeah.
Which also screwed me over too, because later in the chapter, I got a quest where Hartman, I don't think it was Hartman actually. I think it was the other guy, but I mistook it for Hartman. And it was like, you get a picture from the photographer and she's like, we need to like have this guy look at it. Mm-hmm. And I thought they said Hartman. So I just went to his base and I'm like, wait, he's not here. And then I actually looked at it and I'm like, oh, God damn it. I don't even need to be anywhere near here.
Yeah.
So pissed off about it. I didn't even do that quest. I just was like on my way to it and I was like, oh, let me stop at the mountaineer.
Yeah.
And see if he has a quest that I can take with me to where I was going.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, quest 53 is right here. I was like, okay, I'll just take this because that's where MikeyT said to play till.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was doing quests and then Hartman came on and he's like, oh yeah, it's about time you come up and connect me to the chiral network. And I was like, okay. So I went up there and no one's there.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I'm all the way here again and you're not here for me to connect you up. What the heck?
Yeah.
I thought that was my quest. And then I look at the map and it's like, oh, go to the mountaineer and grab your quest.
Yeah.
I'm like, you son of a.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Me too. So did you cause a void out?
No.
Yeah. Did you fight any lion boys?
Yes.
Okay.
I
did too.
Well, I fought
literally 2 of them.
There were some BTs. Mm-hmm. I had to kill 2 of them to get through up to the mountain.
Yeah. Did you use your cufflink?
No.
Oh, have you used your cufflink?
No, not yet.
Jesus Christ.
I would like creep up, pause. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I hear them. And then try to creep over to them, pause. I hear them.
Yeah.
Where are they? I creep over to them, pause. Like, this is ridiculous. So I just went, nah.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, we're coming. We're out of the ground to get you. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm shooting you now. Okay, we're good.
I fought 2 lion boys.
Yeah.
I killed them. The first one was a pain in the ass. I shouldn't. It was lame as fuck.
You fought lion boys?
Yeah, the big lion guy. You know, with the butthole for his face?
Yeah.
What did you fight?
I just fought regular BTs.
Like they were grabbing you shok them off, and then you shot them, or what?
Yeah.
No, I fought lion boys.
Oh, so you got sucked to the beach.
Yeah.
Well,
they dragged me down.
The beach. Yeah.
So the first time they came up and they're like, shake me off. So I shook them off and then I got out of the sludge and I continued on my way. So that was almost when I got attacked by the lion boy. And then I went all the way up. This is like at the start where you're the first time you go up to the mountaineer and he's like, my wife is dying. My wife. Go get me like a 3D printer or whatever. So he can remote network in and help her or whatever. And then so I, on the way down, because you can come back down at the very peak of the mountain, there's a zip line. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, I can zip all the way down the mountain. Perfect. Beautiful.
Yeah.
So I zip all the way down off the mountain and there's no connection. So I'm at the bottom of the thing, right? And I'm like, no big deal. I can hop off. I have a PCC. I can like walk and like make a zip line that connects to it to the one down below, right?
Yeah.
I hit circle to get off the zip line and the hands are like, boom, 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 walk over, grab me.
Wow.
Yeah. There was like literally nothing. I just immediately got slurped to the beach.
Yeah.
Fought a little lion boy and I blew him up and got all his chiral crystals. I have like almost 10,000 chiral crystals. Wow. Yeah, I got so many. So then in the second time when I was on my way back up, I got attacked again by another lion boy and I just fucking grenaded the shit out of him.
Nice.
Actually, that time I had a machine gun.
So machine gun?
Well, I had my assault rifle with blood bullets. So I was like,
oh, yeah.
Just blowing him away, right? Yeah, and then I did do my cufflinks on a few because I'd be walking and I'd be like, something's around here. And I'd like take 3 more steps and it would pop up like sever the umbral cord or whatever. And I'd be like, okay. And you'd be like,
wow. So you just had your cufflink, your cuff blade, whatever the hell, just equipped while you were walking?
You don't have to equip it.
Oh.
It's just there. Maybe it's not in the director's. Maybe it's only in the director's cut.
Maybe.
Did you not have a cut scene where Mama was like?
Yeah. No, I have the blade to cut the umbilical cord. But yeah, because you that's part of the storyline for Mama. But yeah, I haven't used it yet.
Yeah.
Maybe I just haven't gotten close enough.
Oh, when I do it, they're like right on me. You have to be like right on them. I'm sure once you have BB back and you can see them, you'll be able to do it a lot easier.
Yeah.
But I was also like hand on my mouth. Trying not to breathe everywhere. Yeah, it was frustrating not having BB. Especially since I was like, before I started the chapter, I was like, I'm going to go back to the previous areas and like zip line it up.
Yep.
Like set up zip lines so I can just zip around and deliver stuff and everything. And then it was like, oh, I can't go back. Well, I could, but I'm not going without BB.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll just get through these fucking missions and get BB back. And then it was like, oh, you don't get it back till the very end, which sucked.
Yeah.
So anyways.
Yeah, I went back and tried to I've got one more section of road to get to South Knot.
Oh, yeah.
But it's an expensive section.
Yeah, they get way more expensive as you go. That's for sure.
There's one. I started from Mountain Knot, built that road because it was really cheap, and then the next road section is like 6,000 metal and like 5,000 ceramic. I'm like, oh my god! It's crazy. And I would have to go all the way back to Port Knot City because that's where my most connection is, so that I can get a lot of material out of there. Drive that all the way back up. Yeah. But I don't have the roads going even further through.
I have, I made this from Mountain Knot City down towards the doctor and the photographer. I started making those roads down there. I don't know if you've done any there, but the first section is just like down and around. No big deal. But then when you get down towards the rivers down there, I made the next section and it's like this huge loop in the sky that comes like down and around. I was like, what the fuck have I built here? No wonder it costs so much.
No, I made whenever I went out in the hills, I just made 3 PCC level 2s.
Yeah.
And then just zip line the entire thing.
Yeah, I did set up zip lines as well, but I wanted to make the roads.
Yeah.
But it was like, holy fuck.
There's one part where you go from the mountaineer, you get these like stones or fossils or whatever, and you go up to the old
footprint
lady.
In the
yeah. You go up to the old lady on top of the hill, and the wind is going. And it's just a whiteout.
Yeah.
So there's a truck just parked there, so I was like, oh, I'm just going to take the truck up and try to drive this truck up the mountain in a whiteout with the driving physics. I was like, oh my god, this is a nightmare.
I was worried that there was going to be some BTs up there that I was going to have to fight in the whiteout.
Right?
Like, oh my god, could you imagine?
I wasn't actually worried about that because every time I go into like a situation like that, there's never any BTs.
Yeah.
So far, anyway.
Well, I haven't. That's the first whiteout I've been in. So, when I was fighting some BTs and stuff like that, I kept getting a like from a BT.
What?
Yeah, it would be like the BT liked that, and I'd get one like.
That's weird. What?
Yeah, I know. It was very weird.
That is weird.
Yeah. So I got a few likes from killing BTs, I guess. I don't know. Or maybe they want to be killed. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, it was more Kojima like bad storytelling, basically.
Yeah.
I had to go into the mule area to get the camera back for the photographer. I just rubber bulleted the shit out of those guys, dude.
I don't think there's any aim assist when using controller on PC because I have a really hard time aiming.
I think the controls are just bad.
Yeah, could be. You headshot them with a rubber bullet, they go down in one shot, but then it's like trying to just get that aim. Yeah. I'm like, I'm so bad with controller and aiming.
I only ended up tying up 2 guys because I was out of ammo. Yeah. But it was like they're in the turrets and they can't hit you if you zigzag. So I just would like run up to them and then punch them off the thing. Oh, I got the climbing claws. So I was like,
oh, the power fists things. Yeah.
Punching the shit out of those guys. Still haven't killed anybody else. So that's good.
Yep. That is good. I ran into a situation where I was just like, I'm trying to set up zip lines to go down to the photographer's place.
Yeah.
And hit this one section of mountain where I'm just like, okay, well, I'll just hop down this small cliff because it's like super small, easy hop. But I didn't my hitbox didn't hit the mountain. It just kind of skidded.
Yeah.
And I skidded all the way down the mountain, like just floating above it.
Oh, yeah.
Just all the way down the mountain.
Nice.
And then died.
Oh, well, that's not so nice.
No.
Did you void out or did you? Like, does it say game over?
That's just game over.
Oh, crazy.
I believe. Yeah. It was weird. It was some glitch.
Does the regular version have the sky bridge things where it's like a footbridge that's made of like light? Have you seen those?
No.
Yeah, there's at least in the director's cut, there's like a light bridge you can make where you can just like walk up this very narrow
interesting
light bridge. So I was trying to get up to Hartman's place and I could see a light bridge.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, there must be someone's built a path. But no, it was just a light bridge to nowhere, basically. So I like walked up and I'm like, oh, fuck, I got to like jump and grab the cliff or whatever. So I did that. And then I'm like, there's nowhere else to go. So I like tried to jump back onto the light bridge to get down.
Yeah, you always seem to get, whenever you fire up one of the zones with your Cupid, you just get random stuff that people have built. Like you're not going to get a full path from somebody else. You're just going to get like one piece of equipment from this guy. Maybe there's a bridge over here from this guy and random stuff everywhere. Yeah. It's crazy.
I did rest under one of the timefall shelters for the first time.
Oh, yeah?
I never did that before. Because it started raining and I was like, oh, well, let me see here. I'll rest until the rain goes away. And it worked. Because then I could walk, whatever. Yeah. But that only goes certain times. Like the ones in the middle between Mountain Knot and the Mountain Man's hut. Mm-hmm. There's always those BTs in the middle there. Yeah. Those won't go. They don't go away. That rain is rain forever. Because I rested like 4 times in a row, and it's like, yeah, the rain's still here. It's like, well, what's even the point of the time shelter?
I think it all depends on what part of the story you're in.
Yeah, you have to go through there. Yeah. Anyways,
if there's a spot where they've the story dictates there's going to be BTs there, there's going to be BTs there forever. Yeah. Well, until you're through that storyline
where like Sam says, like, I don't think it matters if I rest here or whatever, because like I tried like 3 times. Yeah. So.
You see the picture I took of Sam in the Discord?
Yeah. What was that about? He's got his like tongue sticking out.
Yeah. So if you go to the mirror, to wash up, and then you use the right stick and push in a certain direction, he'll do a certain pose. And then you can take a picture of that pose. And then BB will like that picture if it's a good picture. Oh, yeah. And so I got a bunch of likes for that picture. Oh. It's just him sticking his tongue out. It's like super awkward and weird. I'm like, oh, God. The uncanny valley is strong right here.
Yeah, it was weird.
So I see your porter grade.
Yeah.
What was my porter grade when I took the picture?
It was less than that.
89, yeah. But we have played a lot more.
Yeah. And I think that was before I started playing this area. Yeah. I was like at the start of the chapter or whatever.
Yeah, I think we're very similar.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, I think your miscellaneous is a little bit more higher than my miscellaneous and maybe your cargo condition as well. But our bridge lengths and our delivery time and our other stuff's very similar.
Yeah. I'm going to try to build some more roads and all that shit.
Yeah, I hope I have time to build more roads.
Yeah. It's, as you unlock more gear, it just gets easier and easier to do stuff. So
yeah.
I like that for sure. I got level 3 boots now.
Yep.
Level 3 machine guns.
Yep.
Climbing claws. New blood bag.
Oh, new blood bag.
Yeah, it's like I
still have the OG blood bag.
A new canteen.
I got the new canteen.
Yeah.
I got the all-terrain power legs.
Yep, I got those too. I noticed that when you're in the hot springs, your canteen fills up.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Gross.
It filters it automatically. Yeah. Because I was like very low in my canteen and I was like, oh, it's filling up. I was like, well, I guess I'll just sit here till it's full because it's not like it instantly fills up. It was like slowly moving up.
I keep trying to bathe at the roboticists, but it's always snowing.
Oh,
so you can't go in the hot springs when it's snowing.
Yeah, apparently there's more than those two. There's in every map there's hot springs. So
interesting.
We didn't see them or maybe we saw it and was just like, well, I don't go in the water because of the time fall.
Yeah.
What else? Is there anything else that happened really?
I don't know. I'm looking at my notes. I wrote some things that didn't make sense to me now because I did it to remind me about things, but not to spoil anything.
Oh, perfect. It's a mystery note.
It's a mystery note. I just wrote, what the heck?
What the heck? Yeah. Was that about the end of the chapter where it looks like you're going to play as Hartman?
Right?
Yeah.
So we get, at the end of the chapter, we get one of the cutscenes that was from the trailer where it was like, what is going on here? Like, what is this? And now it kind of makes sense because this is where the part where Hartman gets sucked through to the other beach, like the
whatever
World War
other
II
dimension
beach.
or whatever. Yeah. But doesn't look like he plays Hartman.
No,
because I thought like, oh, well, what's it going to be like? I'll wake up and I have BB and it's whatever. But no, it's like, oh, you start off with another cutscene as Sam. So I was like, I guess I'm not going to do anything at the old areas that I was going to do.
I actually played through this mission because I was like, save. It's like, you can't save here. Oh. And I was like, save. So I'd walk a little farther and be save. Like, nah, you can't save here.
Oh.
I'm like, you son of a...
I just hit the home button on the PlayStation.
Yeah, I should have
hit rest.
I was like, is it gonna not save right here?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it should have because of the cutscene, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
So I just played the entire thing. We'll talk about that next episode.
Exactly. Yes, Hartman got slurped into the tornado.
Yeah.
He was like, meet me at the old shack. There's a lot of chiral energy over here.
Yeah, meet me at the old shack just north of Mountain Knot City. I'm like, where?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. So then you go up there and you're approaching. He's asked you to come there and he's like, no, go away, Sam. It's like, buddy, you asked me to come here.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck's your problem?
I know. I had no idea where this place was.
Oh, yeah, it was on the map. So.
It didn't show up on the map for me.
No?
No, it was like, it like did its initial, like, here's where it is, and then it disappeared. Like it normally does. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, how do I even find this place? So I'm like
for me,
running around. And then I eventually went to a tower, one of the recon towers, and I'm like scanning around, like, oh, it's right there. It is. Now it's showing up, but as soon as I leave the tower, it goes away.
Oh, on like the square that's around it?
Yeah.
If you hold down L1, it'll bring it up. And you can put your targeting reticule on it and hit triangle, and it'll always show up.
Oh, interesting.
You ever knew that one about?
No. I couldn't, like, this whole time of playing, I was trying to make like pathways and like being like, hey, this is where I want to go. So I make a waypoint. It's like, you can't make waypoints.
What?
I'm like, what is happening? Why can't I not make a waypoint here? I'm like trying to make waypoints. Like, no. Trying to clear waypoints. Like, no.
Yeah. If you look at it through holding down L1 or whatever, that'll be normally like first person mode, where you look down and you can shake BB, but it'll also bring up your destination. And then if you look at it, it'll bring up the little thing where, well, maybe it's director's cut only, but it'll be like, hey, do you want to always see this? It'll drain your battery.
Oh.
And you hit triangle or Y, whatever. And then it'll always show up.
I'll have to try and remember to do that. Cause I thought it was maybe because I didn't have BB, it wasn't letting me make waypoints.
I never tried to make waypoints this time, so I don't know.
Yeah, I tried to because I was like, okay, well, I need to go here and it's not showing up. So I was like, I know where it is right now. Make a waypoint so I can go there. And it's like, no waypoints.
Huh, crazy.
Like, must have just been a bug. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
This is weird.
Yeah, I didn't do much driving in this chapter. I was running everywhere and ziplining pretty much. That was pretty much all I did.
Once I got the zipline network set up, just zipping around.
Yeah.
Although I did go to the Heart Lake.
Yeah.
There's a little something there at the very indent of the butt of the heart.
Yeah, there's a little memory card there?
little memory chip.
I picked that up, and there was tons of chiral crystals in that area too. Yeah. So I got a lot there. The Ludens, did I tell you what the Ludens is? That's the little logo for Kojima Studios. Yeah. So I was like, what the fuck's a Luden?
A Ludens fan.
Yeah. Yeah. It was interesting to play, but yeah, the story's also just like what?
Yeah, not as good of a chapter as the last chapter, but still.
Yeah, like take away BB. That's like in Super Mario Sunshine where they take away Flood.
Yeah,
I hate that.
It's like, well, the whole game's based on this. Like, give it back. Give it back.
Exactly. It was good when I could cut the guys' umbilical cords, but I can't see him to do it. So
yeah,
makes it a lot harder
for sure.
Yep. Play some more. See what happens. Well, this next chapter is called Theodore or something like that. It was just like the name of
Clifford.
Clifford. There you go. It's the same name.
Yep. Theodore and Clifford.
They describe the same guy.
Very same energy, for sure.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. And I must have skipped some dialogue or something because this whole chapter, he's been calling him Lou. The BB is named Lou.
Yeah, Lou.
I'm like, when did this happen?
Yeah.
Did I miss something? Did I skip over some dialogue?
But I don't know why I started calling him Lou. I also thought it was really weird when Hartman's like, I got to take BB away from you. He's not a person. Get it through your thick head. And then he's holding BB and BB like pisses on him.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, he made me all messy. I went through the beach. I'm going to have a shower. And he just stands in the shower.
And then he's like, hey, Sam, come here.
Well, he didn't even say that to me.
No.
I just was like.
That was he's implying, though.
Yeah. And then you go in the shower and he's just like up in your face. Like, you can't tell Die Hardman, but there's been tests. And they continued. And it's like, well, we already knew that. Like,
yeah. He just gets all close and personal with him in the shower.
Yeah.
And it's all like super awkward.
Yeah. He's like, this is the only place that they won't hear us.
Because Sam
doesn't be recorded here.
Sam's got that thing where he doesn't like to be touched. And
yeah.
Hardman's all up in his grill. Deadman's all up in his. Deadman? Yeah, Deadman is all up in his.
Oh, yeah.
grill.
Deadman. That's right.
Yeah.
My bad. But yeah, it's like, oh, they don't record us in here. Well, they wouldn't think something weird is going on when you both go in the shower in your clothes.
Right.
Anyways,
it's only audio recording, no video recording.
Something
I don't know.
So you heard them both go into the shower together,
right?
Anyways.
Yeah, Sam's just actually sleeping.
Yeah, it was very weird. Anyways.
Very weird.
Anyways,
Kojima. Yes. That's going to bring us to the end of this podcast. Yeah. If you like what you heard, and no, you did. Was that English?
Nope, it wasn't.
Mush mouth in it.
Yeah.
Throughout the entire thing.
That's okay.
Yeah, it happens. Please leave us a like, leave us a rating. Let us know how we're doing. If you want to join us on Game Club, join the Discord link down below. We'll make a post about the game we are currently playing. I like to use it as notes.
Yeah.
And silly screenshots. But yeah, and you can join us live on twitch.tv/StreamVoid for the live show experience.
Yeah.
And with that being said, we'll see you guys again in 1 week's time.
Okay, bye.
Bye.